Hello, callers, and welcome back to Viva Barca. Welcome to another interesting episode where we are going to be discussing on the latest developing stories. We start with Andres Christensen, as it has been reported that the Barcelona summer signing is already an untouchable for the club and will continue next season. We are going to be discussing on that as we progress. Then, secondly, talking about President Joan Laporta as he responds to Messi's return speculation by saying that the doors are always open. We are also going to be discussing on that. So guys, as we get right into the full stories, please do ensure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Turn on the post bell notification to always stay notified. Whenever I post a new video, consider liking the video and please watch right up to the very end. Andres Christensen has made a big impact since arriving at Barcelona last summer on a free transfer after his contract expired at Chelsea. There had been some air of skepticism around his signing, with his pedigree in big games being questioned in particular, but the Dane has silenced all his doubters and done so in a big style, establishing himself as a permanent fixture in the Barca defense when fit and available. Christensen's solid and consistent displays have been key to the Catalans boasting a top-notch defensive record this season. And now, Mundo Deportivo is reporting that Barcelona consider Christensen as untouchable and will not be listening to any sort of offers for him in the summer transfer window. The Blaugrana are in a difficult position financially, fair play wise, and need to make some big sales in the coming summer in order to balance their books. Names such as Ansu Fati and Eric Garcia have been talked about as possible departees for the upcoming transfer window. But what seems to be clear is that Barcelona will not entertain any sort of offers for Christensen. The La Liga leaders see the defender as a top player who has adjusted very well to the squad and the style of play at Camp Nou. Considering that he is just 26 years old, the belief within the Barca camp is that the Danish international can continue to be a fixture in their defense for the next 7 or 8 years. Recently, Denmark manager Kasper Hjulmand praised Christensen, claiming that he is one of the best defenders in the world currently. He said, Andreas is among the best in that position, if he isn't the best. If I were in a club and I had to choose a centre-back, I would choose him. And now he has come to a team where you really appreciate the way he plays that position, the coach said. It is an indicator of the level at which Christensen has been performing this season, and hence it does not come as a surprise that Barcelona see him as an untouchable and will keep him at the club for next season and beyond. However, Xavi Hernandez and co will have to make do without their defensive mainstay for the next 3 or 4 weeks after he injured himself while on international team duty on Thursday. What a miss this guy will be for us, honestly. This guy has been performing in such a great level, and as I said earlier, against the Yachts, many people were not expecting Christensen to perform at this level, but the fact that he has been doing so is really, really brilliant. And honestly, Christensen is still young, and it's a very good thing, right? He's still 26. I think he still has some years to play, and it is great to see him performing at this level and with the great form that he has. I think it's really great. It's really good, honestly. And Xavi will be very disappointed after this very disappointing news of injury for Andres Christensen, which means that we have Bakunde and Araujo, so hopefully that the team continues to perform well defensively, especially as Christensen have been a key part in our defense, honestly, and because of his good form, Barcelona have been keeping a lot of clean sheets, right? let's just hope that he won't be missed, But I think it was very important if he was available. But that's the issue. That's the big problem, that some coaches don't like international break. This is the kind of things that cause some coaches not to accept international break to some players. But they have no power, because when a country calls you as a player, you must go. You must go. There's no way you can say no. So yeah, we spoke about Frankie De Jong as well. Very sad enough, and of course it is a big problem with the injuries. In this is a very key moment of the season that we need to start picking up results as soon as possible, so that we ensure that the league is ours for sure and the Copa del Rey is ours as well. We play Real Madrid in the Copa del Rey after the international break, so we hope that the players that will be available will put up a great performance, so that we can play without missing those 8 players who are injured. Then on to the final story of discussion. Speaking to the YouTube channel, The Business and Money Behind Sports, Barcelona president Joan Laporta has opened up on the rumors linking Lionel Messi with a shock return to the club in the summer. The 35-year-old left Barca in 2021 after Laporta and co were unable to renew his contract due to the club's financial situation. He ended up joining PSG on a 2-year contract, which will expire at the end of the current season. There had been a lot of talk about Messi renewing with Paris Saint-Germain and a verbal agreement being already in place. But things have changed in recent weeks, with the former Barcelona captain seemingly prioritizing a return to Catalonia over signing a new deal with the Ligue 1 giants. Laporta, who has previously spoken about re-signing Messi, has now stated that the door is always open for the Argentina captain to return to Barca. At the same time, though, the Barca Supremo acknowledged that he still has to work on mending the relationship between the player and the club, which gets soured after his exit in 2021. He said, Messi knows that Barcelona's doors are open to him. We will see. I have to find a way to improve the current relationship between Messi and Barca, Laporta said. Explaining his decision to let Messi leave as free agent back in 2021, Laporta laid the blame on the situation in which his predecessors had left the club. He said, "The legacy I found when I became president was not a good one, and I had to make a decision that I am not happy with. Messi is the best player in history. He has been the most important player in Barca's history. I have to be very careful what I say. Messi is a PSG player, and I have to respect that. Leo knows that we have him in our hearts. He is a part of our shield," he said. Messi is understood to be prioritizing a return to Barcelona, who will have to find a way to resolve their financial fair play issues before they can hope to bring their former captain back for one last dance. So guys, with that, we have come to an end of this episode. Thanks a lot for watching. Until next time, bye bye.